Hello. Thanks for stopping by Sharon's show. I was currently doing some yard work and had to take a break because my yard work was interrupted by a beehive. I'm going to show you some bees right now swarming around me, and they're coming from the other side of my house. I was clearing out some branches of those bees, and they stopped the work. So I refuse to get stung by a bee if I don't have to. Now they're just swarming all around, trying to get these weeds up. Gonna have to use some malorganite, kill these weeds. How's your Mondays going? Hope it's going swell. You got stung? Why was you still over there messing with the stuff? You knew not to go back over there. Why would you go back over there? They over there around me too right now. Ooh, and they bite you now. You better go in the house. Come on. We better get in the house. I don't want to get stung by no bees. This is ridiculous. Whoa, there they are. They everywhere. Yeah, I'm going in the house. Okay, I'm going to have to cut this live short. Getting stung by bees. Trying to do some yard work, but apparently that's not going to work. Oh boy, here we go. I'm going in the house. Getting stung by bees out here. In the house I go. Yep. In the house I come. Getting stung by bees out there. So I'm coming in. Hey, how are you guys doing? I was outside doing yard work, but I'll get ran in by the bees. Getting stung by bees. How's everybody today? Where are you guys tuning in from? Thanks for stopping by Sharon's show. I was outside doing some yard work, but getting stung by some bees. Hi, how are you doing, Nit? How are you guys doing today? Welcome to the live. Well, I was outside doing yard work, as I stated earlier, but we have a bee nest somewhere around the house, and they're starting to sting the yard workers. I ran in the house because I do not wish to get stung by any bees. So how is your Monday going? Hi, how are you guys doing? Hi, Jacqueline, how are you? Well, I'm doing better now. I'm in the house. I was doing yard work. And the bees are starting to attack us. So, needless to say, I ran into the house. Right, so I'm taking a break. Have you guys ever been stung by a wasp or a bee or any type of insect? Most of us have experienced mosquito bites. But bees and wasps are a whole different level, especially wasp. When I was a little girl, I was stung by a wasp. I was in Arkansas on my grandparents' land, and there was an old stove sitting in the yard. And being curious, as a 5-year-old, I went and opened up the oven of the stove that was sitting out in the yard, and a wasp came out. I started backing up, watching it, and I tripped over and fell, and I landed on my back. My legs went up, and it stung me on my ankle. My ankle was swollen very, very bad. You know, it was just like a poof, like a balloon. And it was so much pain, very painful, from a wasp sting. Have you guys ever been stung from anything? And where are you guys tuning in from today? So it's Monday here in Wisconsin, and there's no rain right now. Humidity is in the 60s. We have like 75 degrees, so we're going to get outside and do some yard work because we're expecting some rain tomorrow. Our state fair just wrapped up yesterday, which was Sunday. It was a full 10 or 11 days. I did go on the opening day of State Fair. And if you guys get a chance, take a look at my videos. I did film while I was at the State Fair, especially the horse and carriage competitions. I did film that while I was at the State Fair. It was pretty cool to see all those beautiful horses. I forgot the name of Cloverdales or something is the name of those horses. Cloverdale. Right. Yeah. So what are you guys up to today? You know, I'm just trying to stay away from the bees right now. Like I said, I was outside, but we're getting attacked by the bee nest, and so I came in for a break. Someone actually did get stung that was helping me with my yard work. So I did not want to experience another bee sting. I've never had a bee sting. I don't recall, but I've had a wasp that stung me. Have you guys ever been stung by any insects? Mosquitoes? Yeah, but a wasp? I tell you, you don't want to get stung by a wasp. It blows your ankle or arm up. It swells you up, and it hurts for days on end. And my first encounter was 5 years old. I was a curious 5-year-old. There was a stove sitting in my grandmother's yard in Arkansas, and I wanted to go and see. I was curious about what was in it, and I found out it was a wasp nest in it. And it came out. I was backing up. I saw the wasp coming toward me. I kept backing up. I fell on my back. My legs went up, and they stung my ankle. And I'm talking about a wasp sting. Has anyone ever else been stung by an insect other than a mosquito? So I'm taking a break from yard work because those bees are swarming all over my yard. The side of my house had a lot of bushes, and we're trying to cut them down because I'm traumatized from a bee sting that I had when I was 5, and from a wasp sting that I had, and it was horrible. You must get that stinger out. When you're stung by a wasp, you need to get that stinger out. Thanks, guys, for joining me. I was going to show you some outside footage when I went live, but the bees ran me in the house. So I'm in the house now. Okay, what is this? Okay, Jelly Bean, what exactly are you talking about? Makes sense, okay? Yes, apparently you are a child, and if you are a child, you do not belong on this channel. This is a not for kids. This is a not for kids channel. Okay, this is for adults only, preferably if you are 40 and up. You know what I'm saying? This is like a senior citizen channel. Again, or what country? Yes, as I was explaining to Jelly Bean, who is just on here. Jelly Bean, come on. I know you're more intelligent than that. And if you're a child, please exit from this live. This is for adults only. Thanks for tuning in, you guys. Thanks for the like. I got 1 like. Thank you. Thanks a lot. I do have on my glasses, and they're still tinted by the sun. So I can't see everything, but I can see some things. Yeah. Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in. I was doing yard work like I stated earlier, but the bees ran me in the house. They're I'll have to get back to that person a little bit later. Hey everybody. Okay, I started a Q&A. For those of you who would like to, let's see here. There it is. How did you find my stream today? Hi, thanks for stopping by Sharon's show. I'm basically in the house taking a break because there is a bee nest outside of my house. We were trimming some trees and people are getting attacked. There's a swarm of bees. They're getting actually stung by the bees, and I ran in the house. So I'm just taking around them because they're part of the ecosystem. I understand that. So does anybody ecosystem? I understand that. So does anybody have any suggestions? Has anyone ever been stung by a very, very painful? And it swells up like huge, like a water balloon. Has anyone else been stung by a bee or stung by a wasp? So that created trauma for me. So I ran into the house. Yeah, I abandoned the other yard workers. I had to go. Who had to go was me. Okay? Who had to go was me. Once again, I want to thank you for tuning in. Stop by Sharon's show. I'm taking a break. Once again, I want to thank you for tuning in. Stop by Sharon's show. I'm taking a break from yard work. Yeah, it's up to today. It's Monday here in the United States. Are you from the United States? Are you from a different country? What part of the states or country? Yeah, if you're tuning in, you can hit the like button. For those of you who like information from senior citizens 45 and up, hey, be sure to like. So I'm trying to be live today, taking my break from yard work. So what are you guys doing today on a Monday? Some people are at work. I understand. Oh, wow. So you're going to keep hearing a little noise. I got some incoming. Yep. He'll be leaving in the next 8 days.